Welcome to Whack Gaming. We have another edition of Halo Infinity Slayer, and this time we'll be playing on the map Adrift. So we're just going to take a peek at everything that's going on here. I'm going to run through some commentary, sort of a test video right now. One thing I'd like to say right before we start is none of this gameplay initially is going to be pro gameplay. So what I'm going to do is run through some strategies that I've noticed from playing through the maps. I've been playing Halo since Halo 3, so I have a little bit of experience. I'll let you know some good strategies that can improve your game yourself. And yeah, we'll go through the game right now. So initially I'm going to be carrying through here, running through, checking to see who picked up a scatter shot. One thing that you do not want to do is I've noticed that the scatter shot does have quite a bit of range in Halo 4. I know it is a shotgun, but it's almost as if the bullets initially spread out, and then the farther they shoot, the bullets seem to converge back to the middle, so you want to be careful with that and always keep that in mind. With Adrift, there's different strategies I can have. One thing that I do too often is come through these narrow hallways right here. It's usually not the best idea, just due to the fact that lots of grenades are thrown. It can lead to you just getting caught in a situation you really don't want to be in. So that's something that if you can, make sure you're running with some teammates. Make sure you're spread out, though. You don't want to give an easy double kill from a grenade, so keep that in mind as well. So one other thing that I want to talk about in Halo 4 is that strafing is, like in any other Halo, is extremely important, so don't disregard that at all. One thing that you shouldn't do with your strafe is don't jump too early. I see that happening to me a lot. And if I didn't do that, I'm sure I'd get out of lots of situations quite easily. Especially in 1v1s like that, you definitely don't want to throw off your strafe. By jumping too early, it makes you way too vulnerable in the battle itself, and you'll probably lose. So I just picked up the double kill there. Unfortunately, I got killed by a grenade. But yeah, one thing you always want to do as well, I usually do this, I don't know why I didn't there. After you get a kill, when you're in close quarters with somebody, usually they're going to chuck nades after, just to see if they can pick up a kill from the grave. Best thing to do there is always try to back up and maybe even jump, just so the blast radius is, you're in the lesser effect of it. Make sure that you don't get damaged too much, so that could end up in a loss. Okay, so I get the ordnance here. I see my options. I know that I'm probably going to get the scatter shot. The needler, don't disregard the needler either. It's actually one of the most powerful weapons in the game, I'd assume. Best thing when you're 1v1ing with the needler, if it's against you, you always want to make sure that you're doing long strafes, just so the needles actually spread themselves and they don't get a super combine on you, because that is not fun. So one thing to do with the scatter shot, and Promethean Vision's a very, very good ability to have with the scatter shot, is because you can peek around corners, crouch, and make sure that nobody can visibly see you at all, and then you pop out right there, and scatter shot's very powerful, like I was speaking about earlier, and you can definitely get the kill for sure. So the match is pretty close right now. We're still pulling through ahead. Team's doing an okay job. I'm sort of running solo mostly. Not the best idea. It's always good to run with a teammate or two. As you can see here, you always have to back up your teammates. Unfortunately, got the assassination there, but it's always good to pick up that kill and make sure that we go kill for kill at least. It's the least best thing you can possibly do for your teammate. Here I pick up the sword. See, one thing that you want to do with the swords is you can always lunge. Lots of people decide to try to spam that, but it's actually faster to hit the melee button as opposed to going for the lunge, because it does take time for you to do the initial lunge, and then you would kill the opponent. But if you want to get back-to-back multi-kills, my suggestion with the sword would be to initially lunge in and then spam your beatdown button, because it is way faster. See here, I did the jump, so I did a little jump after there, because the enemy wasn't expecting it at all. If you do the extra jump at the end, it's going to spread out those needles, and it's going to ensure that you're not going to get super combined. So here the sword definitely didn't look like it was working there. I don't know what happened, but like I said, if I were to use the initial lunge like I did, and as opposed to hitting lunge again, think properly and hit hit the melee button, I would have probably gotten a double and maybe even a triple kill. So like I said, it's going to set yourself up for a lot more opportunities in the future if you do that. And the enemy here is using a saw. It's very hard to counter a saw with any weapon. Long range, it is a little bit easier if you have a light rifle and you're at a good distance from them. Light rifle is going to be a 4-shot kill from a distance. DMR is obviously a 5-shot kill. The light rifle, though, it does lose power as you get closer. So if you are versing a saw, the saw is definitely going to beat your light rifle unless you're just running in for the beatdown here. Best tip would probably be to keep at a distance from your saw. Here, get both kills there. That was a little bit fluky. I definitely should have died, but the teammate wasn't paying attention, and I did a little jump back and got the back smack on him. So it's always handy to sort of take opportunity from your enemy's mistakes. A little bit of lag here in the match, but picks up right after this. So one thing that I did notice that I was doing frequently was doing too much short strafing. And my strafe itself was causing me to lose lots of 1v1s. Best thing to do with your strafe is always want to mix up your strafe from a short strafe to long strafe. You always just want to be unpredictable, and that goes with any game, I'd believe. If somebody knows what you're going to do, obviously they're going to have a good strategy to counter you, so you always want to make sure that that you have something that's going to surprise them. Here, one thing I'd like to say about this is it's good to always not be greedy, but hey, it ended in the assist for the victory. So we'll see you guys next time. That was our first Halo 4 commentary, and this is GR1NGO FLAMINGO from WAC Gaming.